OVFL varsity action. Cambridge Halton. We're starting this. Let's go. First play of the game for Cambridge on offense. Roberts downfield to McCracken. He finds that, runs it in for a touchdown. 7-0 Cambridge Lions. Later that same quarter, look at this play. Salachev looks like he gets rocked. No, he's still on his feet. He's going to keep running that ball. Eats up those yards, gains that first down. Now after a few penalties as well as a sack, Cambridge comes back with a big touchdown to a diving player in the end zone. Later on in the second quarter, look at this big play by Devin Pelly. Some people not a fan of this stuff, but the crowd loves it. Listen. Pelly just getting just enough of that quarterback's collar to bring him down for the sack. There was a penalty on the play, however. Sometimes that's the risk you got to take. Here's a great series of stops by the Cambridge defense in close to that goal line. Not once, not twice, not 3 times. And then the 4th time, Halton jumps offside. Here they go. They're going to opt to kick it instead of go for the touchdown. Someone on that D-line gets a hand up in there and blocks that kick. What an exciting series. Last 2 minutes of the first half here. Halton throwing a pick. This is going to put Cambridge in some good field position. Salachev with the run, picking up the first down for Cambridge here. And then from all out from here, it was the Roberts show. Roberts, look at the arm on this guy. That's a wicked downfield pass to McCracken. He dives to catch that pass. Not the first time we've seen that this game. And then Roberts, look at this, rolling out to his offside. Throws it to an open man in the end zone. That's another touchdown, Cambridge, 21-0. Halton now with just over a minute left, throwing yet another pick to Cambridge. Now, being able to score within the last 2 minutes of a half or the game is pretty special. Being able to do it twice, unheard of. Cambridge punching it again before the end of the half, 28-0. Third quarter now, Cambridge still on the attack. Roberts is going to throw this ball off to Brad Vince quick. Down that far sideline now, Vince, he's got all kinds of time and space. He's going to run that in for a touchdown. Cambridge Lions now lead by a score of 35-0. Lions with a big sack here, and I mean big. Listen to this hit. Fans love it. The quarterback getting rocked here. Halton punting now. Back to receive this one is McCracken. Watch this, throwing the old school hockey hip check. Let's get a look at that again. Here's one you don't get to see very often anymore. Look at this exchange between McCracken and Roberts. The old school flea flicker. Not used very much anymore. Cambridge uses it to pick up the first down. Now, you've heard us call Roberts' name a lot this game, and that's because he was on his A game tonight. Look at this rollout here. All kinds of time and space, and uses that long arm to find the wide open man in the end zone. Cambridge Lions now lead 42-0. But it would not be 42-0 for long, as Halton finally decided to find some momentum towards the end of this game. Look at this run by Tevin Brown. He's decided he's had enough. He's going to answer for Halton. Halton finds himself on the board, now 42-7. Sometimes the other team is allowed to make a big play, and that's okay. Halton gets 2 of them in this game here towards the end of it when they start finding that momentum. Look at this big run by number 88, Sean Juman-Werner. He had a couple big plays this game. This was easily the biggest. Cuts to the inside around that runner. Gets way downfield for Halton to give them a good chance here. Now, watch this. Tevin Brown, again, decided he's had enough. Look at all the tackles he sheds here. Eventually takes 4 Lions to bring this guy down. Next play, Brown again, working some magic. This guy's a bit of a highlight reel himself. Tries the old school spinorama move there. Unfortunately, he's still brought down. And unfortunately, after all that, this drive ends in a pick for Halton. Your final score, Cambridge Lions 49, Halton Cowboys 7. As you can see, all of our OVFL teams fared incredibly well against Halton this weekend. The varsities, as you just saw, came away with a 49-7 victory over the varsity Halton Cowboys, while the Bantams edged the Cowboys by a score of 50-0, and the junior varsities edged them by a score of 46-0. All in all, a pretty successful weekend for the OVFL teams. While in OMFL action, again, a solid weekend by all of our Lions teams. In Pee Wee, the Pee Wee Lions walked into Steel City and beat the Steelers by a score of 41-0. The Bantams hosted the Toronto Jets this weekend. They also beat them by a score of 27-0. Junior varsity's not in action this weekend. They did have a bye this weekend. And our varsity OMFL team handed the Niagara Spears a 43-28 loss. Overall, one incredibly successful week for Cambridge Lions football. There was a perfect 6-0 record amongst all of our teams. We outscored our opponents by a total score of 256-35, and 4 of those games were shutouts. Now we do have to give 2 big shoutouts to a couple of our Lions players who were named OVFL Players of the Week in their respective divisions. Number 20, Malix Cameron, a defensive back in the JV Lions, was named the OVFL Defensive Player of the Week in the JV division. So shout out to Malix. Also number 6, the kicker for the Varsity Lions, named the Varsity Special Teams Player of the Week. Shout out to Kieran, but you know, he does deserve to give some of that credit to his team, giving him that many opportunities to kick the ball because they had so many touchdowns in this game. I can't imagine it would be long before the TFC were coming after Kieran because, you know, after all, the guy is a bloody big deal. We've got Niagara coming into town this weekend in OVFL action. The Bantams will play host to the Spears on Saturday at 3 p.m. The JVs will play host to the Spears on Friday night at 8 p.m. This game is being featured as the OVFL Junior Varsity Game of the Week. Their tipster predicts this game ending in a 25-14 victory for the Lions, so we'll have to see how that plays out. The varsity OVFL game between the Lions and the Spears also being featured as one of the OVFL games of the week. Their prediction for that game is Niagara 14, Cambridge 13, so we'd love to go out there and prove them wrong. This game means a lot. Whoever wins this game earns first place in the Adam Conference, as Cambridge and Niagara are both a perfect 3-0 at the moment, so certainly a lot is on the line for this game this weekend. For the first time in 2 weeks, all of our OMFL teams will also be in action this weekend. Pee-wees will make the trip into Brampton to play at Chincoosee Park on Saturday, June 14th at 12 p.m. The Bantams will play host to the Orangeville Outlaws. That game will be kicking off at 5:30 p.m. Our junior varsity team will be making the trip into London to play against the Junior Mustangs at 5:30 on Sunday, and our varsity team will be playing host to the Vaughan Rebels on Saturday at noon. Once again, thank you for tuning into the Lions Roar. As always, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook, check out our website, send any email suggestions our way, and we certainly hope to see you at Jacob Hassler Field this weekend for an action-packed weekend of Cambridge Lions football. Thank you and good night.